Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video, which is part 4 of me trying to complete 52 Halloween artist trading cards for spooky season. I am halfway through with this project now, which is very exciting. I'm going to be doing 5 more today. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's see what I can come up with. All of the cards in this video are inspired by ideas that you guys gave to me, so I'm starting off with this first idea that was given to me by Phoebe. She had several great suggestions, but the suggestion that stood out to me was when she said dogs dressed up as ghosts. So that's what inspired this drawing. So I'm actually starting off though by doing a cat dressed up as a ghost. I think that is such an adorable idea, and I decided to even give this cat a little skeleton fish bone because I thought that would be pretty funny. After I had drawn out my design, then I outlined the whole thing in this fine liner, and I really like how this design turned out. I think it is super fun and super cute, and I seriously love the idea. And I also really like the little fishbone idea that I put in there because I just think that's funny because cats usually have fish bones anyway, but now it's like a scary skeleton fishbone. So it went together. I erased the pencil underneath, and now it's time to go in with my Ohuhu markers. I decided to make this cat that was underneath this ghost sheet an orange cat because even though Halloween cats are more usually black, I decided that it would be fun to make it orange just to give it a little bit of variation. And then I went in with a light gray to kind of add detail and shading to the ghost blanket and just to finalize the design. And then for the background, I decided to do a kind of pastel purple and a pastel blue as well and kind of mix it and blend it together so it's kind of like an ombre effect in the background. And I really like how this contrasted with the orange cat. And then finally I decided that this needed some sparkle because you know how I feel about the gel pens. So I added in some little purple sparkles in the background just to add a little more. I punched the corners for the card, and then this one was completed. And now it is time to move on to the next card, which I am very excited about. We are going to give the little ghost cat a companion. So now I am really going to do the idea that was suggested and make a little ghost dog. So now it is time to repeat the entire process. So I sketched out the dog and then I outlined it. I actually decided to give this dog a little something something as well. So I gave him a little bone because that's also a traditional dog thing, but also spooky in a way. So that's what I decided to do. And now it's time to outline the entire design and finalize everything before I go in with colors. So since this is the companion of the ghost cat, I wanted to make the colors very similar. So for this one, I decided to make the dog have brown fur, and then I decided to do the same things for the background, except in reverse. So I kind of did the exact same things, except for this time I put the blue on the bottom and the purple color on the top. So this way they would go together, but also be a little bit different, and you'll see what I mean when I put them together later. But now I'm just shading in everything else according to the shading and lighting. And then once this card was complete, I decided to again add in those sparkles to keep everything matchy. And then I labeled this card Ghost Dog and I labeled the other one Ghost Cat. So now you know they go together. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I punched the corners. Here's this one and it is adorable, and here they are together. So if you look, they're kind of identical but opposite. They have a lot in common, but they're a little different as well, and I love how they turned out. Let me know which one you like better, if you like the ghost cat or the dog. No, ghost cat or the dog. No, ghost dog better. And now it's time to move on to the next card design, which was inspired by a comment left from Nikki. It was her idea to make 2 matching Joker cards, so that's what I am doing here. For this first one, I am letting the hearts be the eyes, and then I am putting in the little clubs as the nose. So then I'm going ahead and outlining my whole design. I really wanted to make it stand out and kind of be card themed because I thought that would be fun and kind of fit along with the Joker aspect of being themed like a card and like, you know, a Joker. And so then I went ahead and just added all of the details in before I went in with the colors, and I wanted to do a similar thing that I did with the ghost dog and the ghost cat, which was to make them similar but not the same. So I added little red diamonds to the top of the hat on this one to fit in with the diamonds that are in a regular deck of cards, and then I went ahead and filled in the eyes red as well. I decided to make the hat on this one red, and then for the background of the card, I decided to make it gray and black. So first I'm shading in the skull and making sure it has a little bit of dimension, and then I go ahead and outline the design just so I don't lose it while I'm coloring everything in. I decided to add in some diamonds to the background just to add in that card effect, and then I also decided to make the background gray. That way you could kind of see the cards through. I obviously named this one Joker, and then I also added in a little more white gel pen detail because I thought it needed a little more accents, and then this one was completed, so I punched the corners and this is how it came out. But like I said, now we need to make one more. So for this next card, like I said, it is going to be the same but a little bit different. That way we have a matching pair. So for this one, instead of doing hearts for eyes, I am doing spades, and then I am keeping the nose the same, and I'm still going to do the same diamond effects, but I'm going to reverse the colors and kind of change up the design a little bit. So here I am just going in and outlining everything again, just getting it ready for those Ohuhu markers, and so that way I can add in the variation more in the color and not so much in the design, because I really want these to be an obvious pair and make it obvious that they go together. So now I'm erasing it so I can go ahead and get started on my color. So I'm still going to be using the same colors as I used on the first card, but this time I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So I'm doing the background color of the first card as the hat color instead, and for the hat color of the first card, it is now going to be the background. So I'm making the background red and then the hat gray, and then I still have to shade in the little skeleton face to give it some dimension, and then I use this bright lipstick red to color in the background. That's literally the name of the marker, not making this up. And then after I had finished coloring it in, I added in those highlights that I added to the first one just to keep them consistent, and then I also named this one Joker as well. I know, so original, but they go together and that's what they are, so it made sense to me. I punched the edges, and then this one was completed as well, and here they are together. So if you see, they kind of go together but are also still a little bit different. Let me know which one of these two you like better, if you like the left one or the right one better, because I'd be curious to know. And now it is time for the last card of the day, which was inspired by a comment left on one of my shorts that asked me to please do a poison apple, so that's what I'm doing for this card. For this design, I decided to obviously give it a classic apple shape, and then I decided to make a spooky face in it with little dripping, and then I thought it would be fun to kind of add a bite out of the apple, like somebody took one bite only, and that was enough. And so that's what I did for this design, just kind of made a spooky face, a lot of drips, and added in some goo at the bottom of the apple as well, because I wanted it to look kind of poisonous, a little bit icky, but also a little bit tempting, because you'd want to take a bite out of it, otherwise you wouldn't do that. So I decided to make the apple ooze green because that's a classic icky goo color, and then I also decided to add in a little bit lighter of a green just to make it look even more of that kind of off color. And then after this, I decided to obviously make the apple red to contrast the green of the ooze on the apple. Apples come in a lot of colors, but I thought this would just be perfect to sell this story of a yummy looking apple that did not look so yummy after it looks poisonous. For the background, I decided to do a blue because I felt like that would go well with the color combination going on. And then this one needed a lot of gel pen decoration before it was completed. I wanted to add in a lot of gel pen to make it look kind of wet and gooey, but then I also wanted to add in the gel pen just to kind of also make it look pretty because, like I said, I wanted to tell the story of a poison apple that, like, you obviously wouldn't bite an apple if it didn't look good and if you knew it was poisonous. So I was trying to kind of add in a little bit beauty to the apple, kind of add some sparkles, kind of make it look like something you might want to take a bite out of. And then I added also some little patterns in the background. I decided to add in a darker green for even more dimension on the drips, and then this card was completed as well. So I punched the corners of this card and then it was completed. Here is the final poison apple card. Let me know what you think about it. And here is the first card again, where we made this cute little ghost cat and ghost dog pair. Then we made the Joker cards pair, and finally this poison apple. Let me know which card was your favorite from this video because I would love to know, and let me know what you want to see next. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We still have quite a few left to go before I'm completed, so stay tuned to see another part coming soon. Thank you guys for watching, and also, did you notice my nails in this video? Because I'm kind of proud of them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!